This holiday season, we all wish for hope and healing. Children and families who spend their holidays at the hospital deserve a reason to believe in first steps, in giggles, high fives, and hugs. For 150 years, Children's National Hospital has provided world-class care and groundbreaking research. Please donate today to help patients and healthcare heroes this holiday season. Visit childrensnational.org/holiday. That's childrensnational.org/holiday.
Holidays are here, and so is fashionable fitness. Gift yourself a Samsung Galaxy Z Flip 3 5G, a phone that folds in half to literally stand on its own. Pair it with the Galaxy Watch 4 for ultimate wellness and wow factor. Check health stats, flex personal records. Over 90 activities can be tracked, like biking, swimming, golfing, and more. Invest in yourself with tech made to crush goals. Holidays open up with Galaxy. Shop it all at Samsung.com. 5G connection and availability may vary. Check with carrier. Products sold separately.
Put that long day behind you. Good times lie ahead. With company worth keeping, that'll bash a smile on your head. Come on in, the door's open. You'll find just the finest folks here. Pull up a chair, grab a drink, and lend our stories your ear. Cause we're the talk the tavern. Here you're always welcome. The talk the tavern. Promising beer and bedlam. The talk the tavern. Music, medicine, then some. The talk the tavern. The song's over. Here we come.
Okay, and welcome to Talk of the Tavern. What do we got here tonight? Episode 398. Which is going to be Resting Bitch Face. Do I have it, and is there a cure? And I think one of those is answered yes, one is answered no. But before we worry about that, let's let you guys know I am Travis Sivart, the host and CAO of the company, right? Chief Asshole Officer?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Oh, maybe CEA would be better. Chief Executive Asshole. That sounds fancy.
Whole lot of ass.
Let's go with that. And tonight I am drinking some bourbon, and I may have a little vanilla Cabernet in a Savinelli here soon. Haven't decided. So what about you, Ed? What's on your...
Well, I guess I'm no longer allowed to be the HNIC, so I'm just sitting here eating Gouda and drinking Pinot.
Well, you know what? Just eating Gouda and drinking Pinot really would reflect poorly on the acronym you just mentioned anyway. I don't think it's in theme. It has a different feel.
Does it have to be Ripple or something? I don't know.
Maybe
Colt 45.
It might be
Magnum.
Yeah.
And maybe Velveeta with a buck knife. I don't know. A Velveeta with a switchblade. We just got to hear you crinkling the plastic off the individual slices and putting them on. I don't even know what cracker. What cracker do you like to eat your cheese off of, Ed?
Saltines.
I can't.
She can't.
And what about you, Andrea? You want to introduce yourself and tell them what your vices are?
My vices? Alright, Andrea in the chat. My vices, my vice tonight is knitting. I got new yarn. It's colorful Chanel yarn. I'm gonna make something. I have a bottle of water over there somewhere. That's about it.
It's on the fridge.
So exciting.
It is. Okay, so tonight's topic is going to be, resting bitch face. Do I have it, and is there a cure for it? And I want to really, if you've ever been in the tavern before, you know we're not out to pick on anybody, and we'll definitely make fun of ourselves first and foremost. And that's probably where we'll start with this. Now, we've all had friends or been the person who has resting bitch face, where your friends or strangers just walk by and go, "Are you okay? Why are you mad?" And you're like,
It's my face.
no. And they're like, "Well, the look on your face." And you're like, "Yeah, it's just, this is my face." So we want to discuss, first of all, the people that say this shit to us. Second of all, the people we say this to? And third of all, is there a fix for it? And do we really fucking need one? Don't jump to the last question right away. We got all this other stuff to go through first. Because it really cuts the episode short if you just jump to the end question there, Ed. I saw the look.
Damn.
That wasn't your resting bitch face. That was your I'm going to say shit face.
Yep.
So, Andrea, you made a few comments while I was doing the little intro there. Do you have some thoughts? Do you have some experience with a little RBF there?
Oh yeah, I get that all the time. It's like, that's my face. Shut the fuck up. I do have to say, I do not get that as much now that I wear a mask, so they can't see me making faces at them now.
Do you think maybe shut the fuck up also leans into the whole bitch part of resting bitch face?
Well, maybe, but I don't see the connection.
Now let's clarify for anybody who's new to the tavern. I don't say bitch in a negative way there. This is a classic thing. How many conversations have we had with others where we find men who call women bitches because they're afraid of that woman's authority or confidence or power. And then once that woman...
Bitches, please.
Right. Once she grabs that term and owns it and we get behind her, yeah, suddenly it's a badge
well, we grab
of honor.
something and own it and you get behind us.
I'm married to one and I love it.
It's yeah, I don't think it. Just like I've never had a problem admitting I'm an asshole. Though many people have called me a bitch. Usually it was back in high school, though.
Whiner.
Not in prison?
I just tried to hold on to the towel and get out of the locker room before they got,
You is my old lady.
I'm your younger old lady. How about that? You can't just leave it at old lady. So, Andrew, how often does this, I mean, yeah, we have COVID with masks now, but throughout your life, and by the way, it used to be a very sexist thing. Men thought it was charming to go, you'd be prettier if you smile, sweetie.
Oh, fuck you.
You tell him, sister.
Now,
you'd be prettier if you were rich. I don't like that.
We all know everybody is prettier when they smile. And it'd be different as goes, oh, you light up a room when you smile.
What? Wait, I have to disagree with that.
Okay, fair point.
Have you seen the Addams Family movie? When Wednesday smiled, people cringed.
There's also that one internet meme, that guy with really big, he's like a white guy, and he looks like a white chimpanzee, and he's got like 3 teeth. You all know the one I'm talking about from like 2005 or some shit? And I want to say he's in like booty shorts too, looking over his shoulder.
Oh, that's hot.
Ed just got the image. You know the one I'm talking about now, don't you? The hairy legs and the ass cheeks hanging out.
You said booty shorts. You had him at booty shorts.
It's So, Andrea, again, we're starting to discuss for a long time, and it's less now because it's been pointed out as bullshit behavior for the past decade of telling women, oh, you'd be prettier if you smiled, or whatever. And like I said, it's different if you're being genuine, going, wow, you've got a great smile. That's one thing. Insinuating that your value is in your looks only. Well, you're an asshole. And I'd really wish you stopped telling that to me, Andrea.
Whatever. Whatever.
So, how often do you deal with it now?
Oh, I really don't now because I only go outside for work. And if I go anywhere, you have to wear a mask because I don't. And basically, I don't care what people say now. I don't listen to them. Mm-hmm. Just don't care anymore.
No, Ed, could we take a moment?
A lot of people...
Go ahead, Andrea.
Mm-hmm. To say, a lot of people have gotten... They've changed their attitudes a little bit since everything happening. they don't want to get near you, much less look at you. So
True.
that's all.
You got to be careful of llamas. They get resting spit face.
Llamas. There are llamas around here.
Okay, I will point out that earlier Ed was trying to do a resting bitch face and claimed he couldn't do it. He just did a pretty good resting spit face, so. Ed,
It happens if you don't try.
can we see your resting bitch face? Can you give that to us?
I can't do it. I just, what is, I mean, you know, I don't know.
That's not it.
I think
I don't have a resting bitch face. I have a you're an asshole face, or what the fuck are you talking about face, but a resting bitch face?
What are you talking about? That's the face I always see when you talk to me.
What you talking about, Travis? And shut up, Bernie.
Poor Bernie.
See, I Hold on. I've lost a joke. It's wandered off somewhere. It was the RBF
Burn got
replacing the B with I don't remember. It was something else that Ed said.
What, resting Bernie face?
No, it was resting somebody else's face, or I don't remember.
Bert and Ernie face.
So there have been times. Matter of fact, I sent Andrea a photo just the other day. And she's like, "Why are you so mad?" And I'm like, "What?" And she's like, "In that photo." I'm like, "No, that's just my face."
Yeah.
I think she's so used to when I send her a picture, I make a big, huge smile, do something goofy.
He makes faces or whatever, yeah.
Yeah, but this was just me sitting there going, and apparently, this is a little bit resting bitch face, which is very different from a bit of little bitch resting face. One I make money off of, the other one I get in trouble for. I haven't.
Which one's which?
I haven't figured it out. I just know sometimes I wake up with money, sometimes I wake up with a cream.
So do other people say, you know, the fuck is wrong with you when you look at them with that face?
No, usually they leave me alone.
See, that's the fuck off face. That's not a resting bitch face. That's the fuck off face.
Let's look into this fuck
Can
off
guys
face.
have
Resting bitch face? Oh,
Can guys have resting bitch face, or is it only a female thing? Asking for a friend.
They can have a bitch resting on their face.
I think with this modern world, as terminology changes and gender definitions are shifting and changing and being rewritten, I think men sure the hell can have a resting bitch face. I think bitch needs to become, as it kind of has been for a while, a gender neutral term. Can we all agree we can call a man or a woman a bitch and mean the same fucking thing?
I just call everybody bitch. I don't care.
But see, that's the thing with this, whatever this is, that's going on. It used to be back in the day when you called a man a bitch.
Right.
You were really being insulting to call a man a bitch. Now it's like, okay, big deal.
But then again, it used to also be really insulting to call a woman a bitch. And now,
true.
Okay, big deal.
Now they're owning that shit.
Right. And that's how you take the sting out of any insult. We try to teach our kids this, our parents tried to teach us in school. They only do it because it bothers you. If you don't let it bother you, they'll quit doing it. And because when we were in elementary school, we were whiny little bitches. We kept bitching about being bitches.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, I'm rubber, you're glue.
That's right. That's right. Mm-hmm. It's, if I had worn one of these with your mother, there wouldn't be a you.
Oh my God.
Wait, that's not how they said it in your neighborhood?
Oh my God. I have not heard that before. That's great.
I
use that.
I just made it up. It just came to me.
Ba-dum-bum.
I'm really on the balls.
Nah.
Where are you going, Fish? Fish, come over. You're not jumping on Goblin. Oh, there's a cat asshole in my face.
Yeah.
Ed, when you're growing up, what'd they call it when you got into an insult fight with one of the other kids? Not a fist fight, insults. You just throwing insults at each other. No? See, in my neighborhood, we called it a cut.
There's no name for it.
We called it a cut down fight. You're
No.
cutting each other down. Now later, as I hit my teens and started watching more Red Fox and Richard Pryor, as I got to choose my own TV and branched out from, I don't know, Chips and Dukes of Hazzard. Not that there's anything wrong with them. We know Ed played both those as a kid. I learned about the dozens, which is essentially...
Not the mamas?
It probably is the same thing. It's basically just going back and forth trading insults with your friends. But the dozens was more, from what I understood, as my education furthered through comedians, the dozens were more inner city type feel, and you'd play the dozens. You just kind of start this insult fight and go back and forth. I guess eventually it changed to rap battles. I don't know. I am much better at...
Hugger gang.
There we go. Hello to everybody who's popping and hanging out in the tavern. I guess that's something I should have said initially, just so everybody knows. Here in the tavern on the live recording of the podcast, we are recording a podcast this evening. So, we might not answer all the stuff in chat. Now, for those of you listening to the podcast, we have a live audience here, so you might hear us talking shit to somebody besides the three of us, or reading off comments, and that's what you're getting there, because there is a live tavern, and then there's everybody else standing outside the window, watching us eat our steak and drink our booze.
With their rusty bitch face.
Did you say rusty bitch face? Is that like the Tin Man when he's pissed?
Mm-hmm.
Could be.
I think I broke my toe the other day.
Ow.
Oh my god, why?
You had the ottoman pushed out like 2 inches more than it normally is. And I clipped a little toe on it. Plebeians.
Oh, just a little toe.
How many did you want me to break it one trip by?
What? No.
Sorry to disappoint.
I'm sorry.
Like if you did that shit
The
right,
little toe will grow back. It's okay.
It'll grow. Am I a gecko?
Maybe.
Do
their little toes grow back?
Their tails do. I don't know about their toes. So let's look at... We started to talk about owning the term. Any term, but in this case, bitch or resting bitch face in this context. Let's talk about the power of owning a word like that, owning a phrase like this, and turning it into something that's fucking awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Great, good talk. Let's move on to something else.
I'm trying to figure out what that word is. Plebeians.
Plebeians.
You know, the little people. The salt in the
Low life
earth.
motherfuckers.
Oh. Own that word, people. It's alright.
Yeah. I'm good with that.
What, plebeians?
Okay.
Yeah, I don't care. I'm good with that.
It's basically the poor people.
Yeah.
The low lives.
I know.
Oh, yeah, that's me.
Everybody who's
That's
below
us.
me. Waiting.
Well, you
Waiting.
At the same time?
Depends on the night. If they're below or above. It's
So you're talking about words that, we've taken the power of by owning it.
Yep.
So I know we were talking about bitch, like resting bitch face. What's some other ones that you could think of?
Sperm burping gutter slut. If you own that, people just nothing but respect.
Hey, if you own that, call me.
Oh, I don't know if I'd want them burping it up there, Ed.
Just as long as it's somebody else's face and not in mine.
That's right. If you can aim them, and I say aim them because I'm not necessarily saying it has to be a man or a woman. It could be one, both, give or take. What was the other one? Something about thunder cunt. Andrea likes.
What about it?
Like twat waffle thunder cunt or something?
That's fucking great. Slut bagel.
I think if you...
That's a fabulous one. I have a slut bagel in here somewhere.
Are you sitting on it?
No. It's over there.
Oh my God! You should see a doctor. That's more than prolapsed.
No. You know what? Moving on.
There's an elephant looking down its trunk going, that bitch needs help.
What the fuck?
Your gang says, I hope you know I'm making a note of all these insults.
You're welcome.
Buddy, here's what I'll tell you is, you don't see us reading these off cue cards. These are things in our head that we know from
Scary.
a lifetime of being who we are.
Yeah.
What about you, Andrea? You know any insulting phrases that are...
Yes.
What?
I'm trying to think of them now. Now that you said they went whoop out of my head. Well, one that I use a lot is they don't get it at first. Have the day you deserve. That's my favorite. Because it could be pleasant or it could be a fuck you.
I've had too much of the second type and not enough of the first. I'm hoping the backlog of the first kind starts to come through.
The pleasant or the fuck you?
Well, they can be one and the same, really, can't they?
Yeah.
I'm just starting. See, I had this thought this morning as I was getting ready for work. I'm tired of getting fucked from behind instead of sucked from in front, or something like that.
Ed looks horrified.
By life. And my boss with the strap on. Anyhow.
I thought you were bending over in the shower or something. And
there's the cat.
Getting ready for work, so.
Get off my Sasquatch. That smell isn't wet dog. So let's see here. Now, there are certain terms we're not going to mention because we are live on Twitch.
Yeah.
And here's what I'll tell you is
that I wish we would just own that shit so we could get beyond this shit that we're going through today.
Ed.
Fuckers.
You know that term I'm talking about.
People did start to own it. And then it got so bad, even the folks who owned it aren't allowed to use it anymore. And by the way, when I was listening to Twitch leadership, CEO, etc., they were talking and they're like, we'll no longer put up with the N-word or the F-word. And that's when I realized the F-word wasn't fuck. That's not the worst F-word there is anymore. I'm like, okay. But what about my friends that identify as those words and have owned them proudly until about 2 years ago, when suddenly even people who owned that word and identified it Well, maybe I shouldn't say this anymore. I'm getting scared.
Yeah. Well.
The power of language is in your head. The meaning of any word, on your emotions, on your feelings, are how you decide to take it.
Yep.
Not. Otter just can't decide where he's going.
Well, and you know the thing that bothers me so much is when people are offended for other people. Shut the fuck up.
Dear white people, stop being offended for me.
You know, there's a point where you could get offended or protective of another person or even another group, but not to the point where you take it on your own and take it away from the group that was being, Well, there we go. Good Gang says, unfortunately, those with weak minds seem to be in position of power. Quite possibly true. Or those people in power need to not know how to manipulate those who are weak-minded.
Isn't that how they made it into power sometimes?
Well, generally, yeah. Stepping on people. Moving on up to the top. Oh, you know what? That's what else we could talk about. Speaking of owning stuff, let's do a quick walk.
What you talking about, Travis?
We're going to go there. Yeah, that's right. Let's take a quick walk down memory lane and talk about the shows that could not air on TV today. Not episodes, because they went through the modern shit and pulled out episodes. Like, for example, they pulled out, what was your nerd therapy group, Andrea? The Continuum, Centrium, Community.
Oh, yeah, Community.
They took out a Dungeons and Dragons episode where one of the characters dressed as a drow elf who is a dark-skinned elf. And they went, that's racially insensitive. We're yanking that episode. Okay.
Racially insensitive to what? The Dark Elves?
It's okay. D&D has changed it, so orcs and goblins and other evil races are no longer evil. They're just misunderstood.
So, all right, so they pulled that. So, what happens when all this stuff is over and people can go cosplay in groups again? We have conventions again. Is that not going to be allowed? Is that going to be monitored too? Where you can't do?
We've already had the discussion. Can a white guy cosplay Black Panther? Can
Why not?
Well,
why not?
We definitely agree that black people could cosplay the Hulk or Captain America. Nobody has a problem with that. But I have seen people going, wait, you can't dress as that character.
Mm-hmm.
Now,
it's a character.
Flipping it back to TV, I want to talk about the TV shows that we will definitely not ever see again. Well, till the pendulum swings the other way and people stop being so butthurt over everything.
All in the Family.
See, that's one of the go-tos right there, right? All in the Family. Which bashed prejudice and bashed closed-mindedness by displaying it and showing how asinine and stupid it looked, and it was delightful. And you also got to see Archie grow, because later, after Edith was dead and he had his own bar, he was a different guy. He really is. He softened up. He's got that annoying street kid to take care of who looks like Punky Brewster's tougher older cousin. How about Married with Children?
Oh, yeah.
How many hours did we spend laughing over Married with Children?
Not many.
Not many?
No.
I didn't watch it much.
I tend to enjoy clips more than Titus as Wordowin. 2.5 Men definitely wouldn't. And 2.5 Men isn't even all that old. It went off the air.
It's very recent.
A couple weeks ago. I don't know. It's pretty recent. Yeah.
I haven't really watched that one, so I don't know about that one.
If we want to branch out into movies, Do you think they could redo Tropic Thunder and still Robert Downey Jr. play the same role?
It wouldn't be the same without Robert Downey Jr. playing that role. It wouldn't be the same movie. I mean, that was part of the appeal, allure, I don't know,
right,
funny factor.
It was. Absolutely it was.
I didn't know that was him.
It was good makeup and it was good acting. And
it was funny.
And he was an Irish guy. But everything that spun off of Archie, so and they had like 4 spin-offs. You know, they had the
Jeffersons.
The Jeffersons was one.
I love the Jeffersons.
Sally Struthers got her own show for a little bit too. Whatever the daughter's name was, whiny little bitch, annoying nasal-nosed woman.
Something, yeah.
I know later it became.
I didn't watch that.
The African word for I ate 3 small children before setting up the camera.
Oh my goodness.
And by the way, I love Rob Reiner now, but man, he was annoying as meathead.
Yeah.
I just didn't like him at all. And even as a kid, I was confused by, why is he in here? Why did that girl like him? What's his point?
Well, if you think about it.
Are you saying Archie knew something by calling him meathead?
Maybe.
You think he had one of those big mushroom cocks? You know, little stalk, huge head.
I don't know. Just saying, there might be a reason.
Asking for a friend who owns a circus. Man, that would suck to go to a glory hole. You pop it in, can't get it back out. You're like, oh.
Poor Ed. His face.
It's a resting spit.
Need more wine.
It's true, that would be very awkward. You have to take the door off and walk around the parking lot, try to get into your Volvo with it in.
It's horrible.
Turn it sideways so it's half in the passenger seat.
What, the door?
Yeah.
Or, no,
Because
never
it's
mind.
stuck on your knob. The door has a new knob. Hope nobody grabs it and turns it to... Yes, Ed?
See, there used to be jokes that Richard Pryor used to make back in the day about having to turn it sideways when you're with a certain type of woman, but I guess we can't tell those jokes today because it's not politically.
I did mention one of those jokes just last night to Andrea as we were watching Cobra Kai Season 3.
Cobra Kai.
Daniel returned to Okinawa and once again saw the young lady that he wooed in part 2, part 3, I don't know.
In the 80s.
Back in the day.
I think it was Mr. T. I don't know. It's hard to say. It's toasting to that one.
It's empty.
Oh, really? Already? Mine are empty too. I need to... But I've got a cat on my lap and a show to do, so the show must go on and Travis must go dry. Wonder if I can...
Ow!
No.
Well, what other shows or movies could we not show anymore?
Red Fox for sure.
Anything Red Fox.
Yeah.
It's,
Yeah. He used the N word the way I use fuck.
Yeah. Now, if anybody here doesn't know who Red Fox is, please go educate yourself. And I'm not going to say all his shit was funny.
Just Google it.
But he had some funny shit. And he definitely relied on the shock value.
Sanford and Son. Look it up.
Well,
Yes.
Sanford and Son's comedy was very different from his stand-up. He had the same voice.
Yeah.
But it was definitely a different content and audience. By the way, I was at work the other day, and somebody mentioned the Apollo. I'm like, the Apollo? That's where I've seen some great comedians. I remember my teens watching Red Fox and Richard Pryor, and they're like, but they have music too, and I'm like, what? They're like, yeah, musicians will play there.
Yeah.
I'm like, no, comedians.
What?
Yeah.
That's we good. Because you never saw a concert out of the Apollo. You always saw a stand-up out of the Apollo, and it was offensive.
Yeah.
Where to Win Mrs. Red Fox says Sanford and Son was a huge part of his childhood. Lamont. It's a great song. Wait a minute.
Sorry.
Wordwin, are you saying the Cosby Show would be too offensive to play on TV now? Oh, maybe because of the trouble he got in, they pulled.
Which Cosby Show?
Come on.
Was there more than one?
Yeah, there was, before Dr. Huxtable, there was another show called The Cosby Show. I can't remember what that was.
Oh.
And then there was like
I didn't know that.
2 different spin-offs from The Cosby Show, A Different World, and then the one where the older daughter, Fat Albert.
Right.
Yes,
Oh,
I
he's
love
talking
Fat Albert.
Cosby Kids, yeah.
Those were all his kids?
Yeah, that was the name of the show, Cosby Kids.
Well, I know Bill Cosby did a show on, I think it was Disney or something, Little Bill.
Yeah. Do you guys think it's right to pull all the content of one actor because he did something, reprehensible and horrible? Should we wipe out his library?
No.
I don't think it's any actor, any celebrity of any kind, football player, athlete, whatever. I don't think so, because for me, they're to entertain me. I don't care about their fucking personal lives, okay? Yeah. Don't even print in the paper about their personal lives. Just let them entertain me.
Well, and I'm going to put words in your mouth here. Correct me if they're not the words you want in your mouth. Absolutely. Prosecute them according to the law. Not saying they should get away with anything, but it's not my business and I don't give a damn. Any more than the guy I don't know 3 streets over who's in jail for something. What, Andrea?
Right.
Yeah, if make them pay for their crimes, whatever, and you can make them stop doing the shows or whatever, but don't get rid of the content that's already there.
Right.
Yeah. No, I get it. I feel the same way.
Yeah.
Wordwin says it does remove residuals and royalties. I like a nice cleaner that can remove that stuff from my countertops too. Or dirty soap scum. Which is another word. If you own it, it changes the meaning when people yell it at you in the street. No? No?
Well, all right. So, Weirdman brings up a point about royalties. Okay, just cut off the royalties from that. And be like, okay, you screwed up. And if they screwed up bad enough to get prosecuted and go to prison or whatever.
And convicted. Because can we stop throwing people out of Hollywood before they even appear in front of a judge? Can we stop?
Not just Hollywood anymore.
Well, that's true. That's true.
It's anywhere.
Yeah.
It's we sit here.
But yeah, do it accordingly. Just.
Well, we're so proud of our legal system of innocent until proven guilty, except when it comes to hearsay.
No.
We will totally throw your ass under a bus. And 2 years later, when it comes clear and you weren't, found guilty, well,
they don't care about that.
Too bad. You better start building your way up now.
Right, because they've already canceled all of your programs, so you couldn't get any residuals and royalties. So now you're broke when you become innocent. 5 years older.
If you
maybe they should hold it until the
there we go
the verdict. I mean, individual basis, people.
And if you get a bidet, that also helps remove residuals.
You're damn right.
And
you feel just like royalty.
You do.
No. Let me say, when it's like snow weather and you use well water, you need a heated one. Because, oh my God.
It's true.
It's like ice hitting your butt.
And now in your sink, you could run that water a little, and you get past the the really cold water in the pipes, and you start getting some of that underground water, which is really cold, but not like that cold water in your pipes. With a bidet, you can't spray that till you get to the other water, because then you're all like wet and dripping all over, and cats are all playing in it. It's like
icicles.
Kids on a New York street corner with a fire hydrant.
At least it's not frozen water.
Wimps.
If it is,
Just
let
saying.
it go. Okay, I guess we could do the wrap up on this one, unless you guys have more to talk about with this one.
You had other questions at the end of this?
What were
See,
the questions?
You told me to shut up about it at the beginning of the show. Now I don't remember what the hell it was.
We
now.
covered it like 7 minutes in. It was,
No. So
should we bother to correct it?
is there a cure? I'm like, well, if you give it long enough, there might be a vaccine.
Hey.
It's a pandemic.
They'll make a cream for it.
They'll make a crane for it?
I don't know. Cream.
Oh, cream.
Ointment.
I thought you were like crane.
A cream. A cream and ointment. They'll be rehab.
Just suddenly,
You know.
oh, the claw.
No. You know what the rehab for resting bitch face would be?
What?
Have you seen that second Addams Family movie where they go to camp and they put Wednesday and the other kids in that little hut and make them watch happy stuff?
Yeah.
That would be rehab for resting bitch face.
Ooh, I'm glad she didn't say a bitch slap then.
No, that's just because.
Use my strong hand.
No.
Okay, let's wrap this up. I want to thank everybody for joining us. I want to thank everybody for the on the live show.
Hey.
There we go. I want to thank everybody for the. Ed, you got your speakers on?
Got my speakers on? No.
Okay.
No speakers
I'm
on.
hearing my own voice. It's coming over Andrea's speakers. Andrea, can you mute?
Oh.
Thank you. I want to thank everybody for all the follows, the subs, the subscriptions, and all that. I also want to remind everybody about the new coffee website. That's ko-fi.com/Travis Tavern Talk. If you ever want to join us live, you can join us live on Twitch at twitch.tv/Travis Tavern Talk. And don't forget to check out the other podcasts in our podcast family, such as Right Night and Stealing for Survival. For those of you not joining us live, always feel free to do this. And for anybody who is just coming into the tavern now and joining us live, don't forget you can catch these episodes on your favorite places, such as iHeartRadio, Pandora, and a bunch of other places.
Yeah,
Okay.
check that shit out.
There you go. I think I'm going to play us some outro music, and we'll get outro here. Thanks for joining us in the discussion shenanigans tonight. You are the one thing that makes the show what it is. Don't forget to join us at the tavern next week. Until then, have fun, keep learning, and be good to one another. Now, raise your glass in good cheer. Enjoy the small moments every day, and steamy dreams every night.
This holiday season, we all wish for hope and healing. Children and families who spend their holidays at the hospital deserve a reason to believe in first steps, in giggles, high fives, and hugs. For 150 years, Children's National Hospital has provided world-class care and groundbreaking research. Please donate today to help patients and healthcare heroes this holiday season. Visit childrensnational.org/holiday. That's childrensnational.org/holiday.
Holidays are here, and so is fashionable fitness. Gift yourself a Samsung Galaxy Z Flip 3 5G, a phone that folds in half to literally stand on its own. Pair it with the Galaxy Watch 4 for ultimate wellness and wow factor. Check health stats, flex personal records. Over 90 activities can be tracked, like biking, swimming, golfing, and more. Invest in yourself with tech made to crush goals. Holidays open up with Galaxy. Shop it all at Samsung.com. 5G connection and availability may vary. Check with carrier. Products sold separately.